it's time to see the Omnia in action. This time, Pierpaolo is going to help us to demonstrate the machine. As you can see, he's starting feeding, the feeder, positioning the paper against, the edges of the feeder, the stopper to keep, the material in position, all the stoppers as a magnet underneath that helps, to stay in position. Now, because it's the first job, we wanted to show you how easy it is to mount, the creasing tool and the drag knife. He started with the creasing tool, locking the tool, and then with the drag knife, setting, in position and locking by a simple screw. Then he has to close, the protection for security, load, the file in the cutting list, and start, the cutting cycle. The feeder will bring, the material into the conveyor, and the conveyor will bring the machine in position. The camera will start automatically reading the crop marks, and once, read the crop marks, the machine will start cutting. Only the first time, the machine will ask you to set, the material, so that the machine knows the pressure he has to apply for the creasing and the cutting depth he has to apply for cutting through. As we have seen other times with all the Valiani machine, the file comes with the job already predetermined using simply the colors. So the machine knows in advance what is supposed to be a creasing line and what is supposed to be a cutting line, and he follow the pre-order that we determine at Valiani. So creasing first and cutting. So the operation, well, it takes, depending, the time, depending on the complexity of the job. But the good things about the Omnia is that it's completely automatic. So the operator doesn't have to attend any operation. As you can see, we move to the second sheet. Machine has loaded the sheet, the camera is searching the crop marks, and he's starting to do the same operation, creasing and cutting all the time. In a way, it's a sort of boring machine because it does everything on his own. But on the other hand, it gives you the ability to leave the machine working on its own without needing to attend. So there are times, you have complex job that takes, longer than usual job. This job could be simply postponed to the end of the day and run all night long, because this machine is a 24/7 machine. It can run all day for 7 days a week. So there is something, we think it was worth to have. So a kind of information that the machine could send to anybody through an email. So the machine can inform, the operator that for some reason is missing paper, he has finished the job. So even if the operator is not attending the machine, can always be aware of the status of the machine. Now Pierpaolo, without stopping the machine, is folding a box to see if the job has been done correctly. Theoretically, he could start taking some of the job done and start folding. Now he changed, the size. The first job was done on A3 plus size. Now we're working on a 50 by 70 sheet with a much more complex job. It's a kind of packaging for cookie. It's 2 boxes at the same time. Now the machine is loading the paper, the conveyor is dragging the material in position, the camera is reading crop marks, and the suction starts automatically. As for other machine, the table is divided into zones, and Pierpaolo has opened the zone quickly before the machine starts working. So again, the machine is performing, the creasing tool, the creasing operation, and later on it will finish with a cutting knife. So this machine can do the same job for, as we said before, for 24 hours, for 7 days, but for a year. So the main goal for us is to provide an equipment that guarantee an high quality for a very long time. Because this machine is supposed to work in combination with offset printer. So not at the same speed, but matching, the demand of high volume boxes without having the need to make, the die, which is the cost that nobody can absorb. Again, Pierpaolo is proving, if the material has been cut and, the pressure for the creasing is enough. One of the things we haven't seen, because we are cutting the same folding cardboard, the principle is the same. The creasing pressure could be adjusted according to the thickness of the material, simply by turning, a knob placed on the edge of the cutting head. Job done, quality is good, and the machine keeps working, it never stops. Now, the third operation is mainly to show you how the QR code works. Before, we used to have a cutting list. Now, thanks to the QR code, the camera is determining, the file, the position of the file, and loading the file on the machine. The main advantage is, in that way, we don't need to populate any cutting list. We can put the material, as long as the same kind of material and thickness, on the feeder, and the machine every time will read the crop marks and search for the correct file. Pierpaolo is repeating the same operation, checking if the quality is good while the machine moves. So if you look on the ground, we also have the possibility to mount, safety mat to prevent the operator goes in proximity of the machine and for his own safety. Here we are. The full job is mostly to show you the large capacity and versatility of the machine. It's a 4x plate. So the machine has loaded an A3 plus 4x sheet, 3 mm thick. It's reading the crop marks as we have done all the time for the folding cardboard. And later on, thanks to the oscillating, in this case, the drag knife is performing the cut of the Christmas tree. As I told you at the beginning, this is mostly to show you how powerful is the feeder and that we do not have any limitation in lifting up even solid material like 4x. Alright, if you look on the left hand side, we see part of the tower. We also have a tower that informs the status of the operation. So as you can see right now, it's flashing green, so it means the machine is full operating. We do have an option to indicate alarm when we are getting close to lack of paper, many information, so that the operator, even if it's away, he could always track what the machine does. We also foresee option to have a quality break anytime you feel the need to have a double check on the blade or the material for many different needs. So the operator can simply say, okay, stop after 50 pieces. The very last job, and again like 4x, is a cut of honeycomb cardboard. And again, this is mostly to prove how strong is the lifting system that has no problem to lift a material over than 1 centimeter thick. Now, for the last job, we are using the oscillating knife, which allows us to cut up to 2 centimeters. In that case, we use only half of the chance. And the job is a quite simple job. We decided to, because of the season, to cut, letters saying, Merry Christmas, because this is the wish we want to extend to all the audience of the day. So, as for the other things, the operation takes a bit longer, but at the end, it releases an incredible result. So, something, that could expand, the capability of this machine, which is not only a packaging maker, but it could do a lot of other things. Because we didn't want to make it longer, I can guarantee it does corrugated board with the same quality of any folding cardboard. Well done, Pierpaolo, and above all, good job, Omnia.